Australia. My name is Isabel and this is Alex, Alana, Erin, Naja and Veronica. Today we'll be talking about the brief that you gave us, the further research that we've undertaken, the publics that we've identified, and then we'll be discussing our goal, our campaign strategy and the tactics. So we ascertained from your brief that Koala Bay was established in 2014 after you became involved in petitioning and rallying the local council after the announcement of development plans that would be displacing local koalas. Obviously, you discovered that there was a lack of support in the community and you founded Koala Bay to serve its purpose. Your mission statement is challenging the status quo, thinking differently and communicating how you do that. You are currently the only volunteer at the organisation and you have been solely funding the projects with your own personal funds. But you did say that you are affiliated with Redlands Chamber of Commerce and the National Trust of Queensland. However, you desperately need funding from local community, corporate backing, government funding, and potentially even state and federal grants. Currently, we understand that you are working towards the goal of building and running a clinic funded by the commissions from your online store. However, there's no such facility in the area at the moment, and there's a 5-hour drive for any people that are trying to get wounded koalas to a facility such as Australia Zoo. So clearly there is a need for this clinic and we want to help you with that. Obviously, there's a disconnect between the situation in Redlands and the community, and we believe that if the community is aware of the situation, they will rally. However, there's a lack of a strong organisational image to rally around, and this is creating an internal barrier to your organisational goals. Now I'll pass on to Alex, who will discuss the further research that we've undertaken.
Thank you, Isabel. Koala numbers have continued to decline as we've seen an increase in the destruction of their habitat through land clearing and the development of further infrastructure.
This can cause high levels of stress in koalas, which can increase their body temperature to 3 times as normal, and this can lead to severe organ damage and also increase their chance of contracting serious diseases such as chlamydia. In Redlands, this issue is very prevalent. Redlands is a coastal area located in southeast Queensland, which is experiencing very fast growth in commercial and residential projects. As shown in this map, there's been a large decrease in the koala's habitat since 2014 throughout the Redlands area and Stradbroke Island due to land clearing. When this happens, the koalas, they attempt to flee from their homes or they attempt to return home after being displaced. And this has seen a large increase in the number of motor vehicle accidents and has also had an impact on other wildlife, not just koalas. Over time, we've lost about 80% of our koalas nationwide, and land clearing has been up 33% since last year. This issue is critical in Redlands, is that there are limited rescue options for these injured koalas. There's no purpose-built facility in the area, and there's limited transport options. They either have to be taken up into the Brisbane region to a vet in Manly that can care for them, or all the way up to the Sunshine Coast to Australia Zoo. There's obviously many groups across Australia that cater to koalas' support and rescue, but we need to specifically focus on the Redlands area as that's where Koala Bay is located, and this is where the fatality rate has increased dramatically over recent years. The 3 main groups located in Redlands and are operating for the Redlands area are the Koala Action Group, the Wildlife Rescue Service and the Koala Crusaders. So we have identified an opportunity for you to become an information point between these 3 groups, to connect them, and that will really help to centralise and focus the spread of information throughout the community, which is very needed.
I'll now pass on to Alana.
Thanks, Alex. The key topics of the brief have been categorised into 4 groups. These are aroused, active, aware and inactive publics. The federal and state government, as well as the Brisbane-focused developers, are all aroused public due to their high level of power but low level of interest for the cause. We are aware that you have sought assistance from Jackie Trad, the Deputy Premier of Queensland, however were unsuccessful. Australia Zoo is your active public due to their respected, well-known and influential status in the community. We are aware that they have been supporting your cause by assisting with the recovery and rescue of koalas. However, they are not yet motivated to partner with you. The Redlands Council and the koala rescue groups such as Koala Crusaders, Koala Action Group, and Wildlife Rescue Services are all aware publics. They are contributing to the rescue of koalas and also the prevention of further damage to their habitat. We are also aware that you currently have support from the Redlands Chamber of Commerce and the National Trust of Queensland. Despite this, we need the support from our inactive publics, which are university students, the Redlands community, and wider Brisbane. Their complete lack of awareness causes a Koala Bay to be lacking in support. It is imperative that this campaign focuses on these publics to improve their current position, as their level of influence depends on the support from a significant community following.
Thank you, Alana. As a team, we have devised 3 main goals using the SMART objectives, being specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Our first goal is to improve Koala Bay's reputation and credibility in the Redlands as a wildlife rescue brand by establishing itself as the conduit for 3 local koala groups by February of 2019. Our second goal is to raise awareness by 60% in the Redland community of the critical koala fatalities occurring and the subsequent necessity for a local wildlife hospital by February of 2019. And our last but not least goal is to encourage the community to sponsor a koala care unit in the Redlands worth $800,000 as an educational tool and visitor attraction by August of 2019. Goal 1 and Goal 2 aim to change awareness and attitude, whereas 3 is a proposed behavioural change. Therefore, we acknowledge it is a challenging and long-term goal for you. This is elaborated on in tactics. These 3 goals are inspired by research and strategy, offering a structured plan to solve your public relations problem. We aim for these 3 goals to complement your strengths, being your passion, commitment, and knowledge of the situation. Our goals offer direction and clarity for the organisation to achieve its overarching goal of saving the koala population in the Redlands. I'll now pass over to Naja.
Thanks, Erin. So the strategic approach defined for Koala Bay aims to clarify the objective of the mission and improve its reputation in the Redland Bay community in order to educate and build awareness of the koala devastation in the area. We recognise you are currently the sole force behind Koala Bay, and through our strategy we intend to alleviate the pressure that you're under through garnering support from students and educational institutions. Our strategy's point of difference is the utilisation of the next generation of environmentalists. Universities, along with primary and high schools, often have established student action groups focusing on environmentalism and conservation that we can tap into. For instance, QUT offers multiple degrees in business and environmental sciences. These students are encouraged to source real-world opportunities with positive values and strong ethical standards. We suggest you harness the mutually beneficial relationship between Koala Bay and this next generation, who are particularly environmentally conscious, especially considering the recent plastic bag ban and reusable coffee cup trend, which we will focus on in our tactical action. We will engage student environmentalists to not only act as a driving force behind the tactical elements of the campaign, but also as our target publics, along with the Redland Bay community. For example, we will reach out to these groups to support your cause and gain interns to assist with Koala Bay's development. Before this support has been garnered, it is crucial that Koala Bay position itself as a support mission, as this is the most viable way of aiding in the assistance and protection of koalas within the mission's current capabilities. Following on from this, it is crucial for Koala Bay to ascertain its reputation within the Redland community and amongst targeted educational institutions. If a positive reputation as a koala support system can be established, the markets will feel more open to engaging with the project. In order to develop the initial concepts of the strategy, Koala Bay must advertise across educational institutions for interns in order to gain interactive and visual design abilities. This will allow for greater effectiveness in developing social and visual content to clarify the mission's objectives and boost its reputation as a sophisticated and passionate force in koala support. Education and awareness are crucial factors that are key to the existence of Koala Bay, which can be gained through small-scale community, school or university engagement tactics, as well as creative online and traditional media engagement. Once small-scale awareness and education has been gained from relevant publics, we can look toward further attention from wider South East Queensland areas, with visual content from an informative video series. This can be developed with evaluative input from small-scale tactics, which will help to determine which approaches are most effective. Once initial stages of awareness are achieved by educational means, End Koala Bay's reputation as a passionate and supportive koala rescue mission are established within various markets. Further goals towards greater koala rehabilitation can be addressed. I'll now pass on to Veronica to talk about tactics.
Thank you, Naja. The first tactic that you should engage in is to rebuild the website, allowing Koala Bay to position itself as a supporting organisation for koala rescue groups. Altering Koala Bay's image is the first step in strengthening its reputation in the Redland Bay area. The website will be restructured by a public relations student intern who would like experience creating a website. They will be sourced through reaching out to universities in the Brisbane and Sunshine Coast area. The second tactic will be to spread awareness through bold and emotive posters on local notice boards and in public spaces in the community. With the remaining merchandise from the website, environmentally conscious student groups will set up a stall in local markets or outside shopping centres to start spreading the word in person. There would also be a $2 sausage sizzle to raise money to print the posters. Thirdly, the students will create and manage engaging social media pages with up-to-date information on the issue and Koala Bay's progress. Students would be eager to gain experience writing a media release. With the support you already have from QUT, students would be asked to submit a media release for Koala Bay. The highest quality would then be chosen to be sent to print, digital and television news sources. By gaining media coverage, you will be able to draw further attention to the issue within the wider community. Educational videos will also be created that will express the significance of the koala devastation. These videos will continue the same bold and emotive style of the posters, but has the potential to go viral and enable a further reach. The emotive response evoked by these videos will influence viewers to share the video on social media outlets. The video series will be factual and evoke Australian pride and protection for one of our national animals. A competition will be developed and promoted throughout the universities for IVD students to create this 2-minute video. The video will also have a link to Koala Bay's website and to its social media pages. Key milestones will be used to track the progress of Koala Bay. These will include garnering 10,000 unique visitors to the website, gaining 5,000 followers on Instagram and likes on their Facebook page, successfully being published in at least 3 media outlets, lastly, achieving 1,000 shares for the video series on social media. As Koala Bay does not have a budget, the tactics used aren't costly. By using university students, we are able to use their skills in exchange for the students gaining valuable experience to add to their CV. Secondly, by sending out media releases and sharing to social media, Koala Bay is utilising free avenues of exposure. The only costly item would be the printing of the posters, which would be around $500. This could easily be raised by doing a $2 not-for-profit sausage sizzle. Thank you for considering our proposal. We look forward to working with you in the future. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.